G'day there, Aussie Stone here, country Victorian gamer, Star Wars Armada, Star Wars Legion, X-Wing, Dystopian Wars, Battletech, Flames of War, and many other games. Today I started a bit of a new project. If you have been seeing some of my videos previously, you will know that I have been playing a bit of Star Wars Legion lately of the Rebel faction, Rebel Alliance, and I have made a plethora of videos of my progress on purchasing them as well as painting them as a Royal Rebel Force. If you haven't, please take a look at them, and they'll be linked in the description as well as at the end of this video. Be that as it may. So with my purchases and my playing of the games lately, I have had quite a lot of fun and have enjoyed it immensely. I like the different models. I've purchased a number of models that are not from Asmodee or Atomic Mass games, but are enough similar to be able to be played as well as being enjoyed. So changing up a little bit. But I've also had a number of occasions where I've been asked to do demonstration games. This has led me to having a little bit of an issue because I've only got one faction. As a result, I've now purchased a second faction. Now, I've already got the Rebel Alliance. What do I buy? Well, naturally, it's going to have to be either the Crime Syndicate or alternatively the Galactic Empire. So I was lucky enough to be able to purchase second-hand quite a large amount of Imperials for a fairly reasonable price through Facebook Marketplace. And if you're the person that I've bought this from, I thank you very much for it. I will endeavour to send some photos of what my finished results are after I've done all of them, as well as putting them on the table for some games. But for those that are not aware, what I've gathered is that I believe that I have received the basic core set, so the Imperials from the basic core set, plus I have the Imperial Technicals and also the Special Forces and Veers. I've also got an ATST. So with that in mind, first one is Darth, obviously. A nice, good commander. Veers is in his winter uniform, which I don't mind in some ways, because like, although it's his armor and that is a purely Hoth thing, he could get away with like walking around in like on Endor with it in many ways. It's not too bulky. It's nice. The two speeder bikes. Now these have already been pre-painted, or well, pre-undercoated in a white. I'm not sure which white, but some form of white anyway. So I'll be working directly over the top of them rather than trying to taking off the paint. I will need to clean them up slightly. There are a little bit of mold lines in some of the spots, like around the arms, but I'm hoping that with some nice paint and maybe some plastic glue, that should actually fill up quite nicely. To that, I've got the two Stormtrooper units, also base coated in white. So I've got the 4 basics plus the 2 heavies choices. As such, I have the Technicals, which is a FX droid. FX7, I believe, is the. This is from my actual Star Wars Decipher card games. That's how I recognise him. So FX7, I believe, is a medical assistant droid or general medic droid. Obviously, the higher the number, the more the specialised it is. A R5 or a flower top droid sort of thing. Both of those I'm going to pretty much use the colorations that were in Star Wars Rebels to actually paint them. So some dark with metallic on the actual implement. This one being a bottom silver finish, while the top having a red stripe around the band here in the middle, and then a black at the top. One rebel technician and a generic rebel officer. So that gives me a third commander type, so that's good. Or he can actually be added into any unit as a rebel officer. And then Imperial Inferno Squad or Special Forces. Now, I do happen to have one that must have fallen off the base. Yeah, looks like the pose is a little bit difficult, but that's okay. I'll be able to utilize them. And then the ATST in the back. All up, that means I've got 2 cores. I've got a Special Forces support and a heavy support, plus the potential for the 3 commanders. However, this is not quite enough for a full game. It is enough for a demonstration game, but not quite enough for a actual full-blown game. So I've purchased a 3rd unit of Stormtroopers, a E-Web Blaster, and because I've got the Special Forces, I've also purchased Iden Verso, which will come in the next week or 2. So they'll give me 3 cores, 2 Special Forces, 3 cores, 1 Special Forces, 2 support, and 1 heavy support, which I think is pretty good, I think. Anyway, the next thing that I need to do is to start painting, and as you can see, some of them have already been painted white. Others I'm going to do grey. All the rest of them that haven't been painted, I'm going to do in a undercoat of grey and start working on the colours up from that, or down in the case of some of the black areas. I don't want to do a very dark colour to start off with. With the bases, I am planning on doing the top colour being a very much a dark brown, like this colour, to simulate the more earth tones that are on Jeddah from Rogue One's battle. And around the base lip, I'm thinking of a grey blue, an imperial blue in some ways, that just will tie all of them together. Maybe slightly bluish more than the plastic that it comes in anyway. So beyond that, this force I'm going to theme under Tempests. And for those that don't know what Tempest Force is, I would say go back, watch the Return of the Jedi. They are the elite Stormtrooper battalion elite Stormtrooper Legion that Emperor Palpatine sent down to Endor to stop the Rebel strike force. Unsuccessfully because of all the Ewoks, but still, I'm going to be doing my main cores as stormtroopers. Later on, when I get a chance, I'm going to get a second second special forces unit of the scout troopers to go with them, a second unit of speeder bikes probably, and just leave the one ATST at this stage. If I feel like it, I may even get the special ATST with Chewie, because then I can run it both as a rebel option or as Major Miranda, I want to say, but as the special character from Tempest Squad. Obviously, I would lose out on Veers and Vader as well, but still. All up, I think I've done pretty well with what I've purchased. I will have to do some repairs on some of the models. Just some of the mod lines on the helmets and that are quite noticeable with that white colouring. And there's a few cracks around the arm joints and stuff like that that can easily be filled in with a bit of paint or a bit of poly glue over time. But for now, please like, please subscribe. Stay tuned to this channel for more content on this force. And I will see you on the table next time. Bye for now.